the Senate Judiciary Committee has voted to recommend Brett Kavanaugh for confirmation to the Supreme Court, clearing the way for the final consideration of his nomination by the full Senate next week. As expected, the committee's 10 Democrats all voted against allowing Kavanaugh's nomination to proceed to a floor vote, while the 11 Republicans voted in favor. There had been tension earlier Friday morning over whether Sen. Jeff Flake would defect and join the Democrats, but that was put to rest by reporting shortly before the vote when indicated that he would stick with his party. Also read, Morning Joe hits GOP after Kavanaugh hearings, Republicans treat Americans stupid. In a twist, Flake said in a statement to the committee that he wanted a one-week delay in the final floor vote on Kavanaugh so that an FBI investigation of limited scope could be conducted into the Ford accusations, which precipitated a last-minute flurry of partisan bickering from senators on the committee. Flake had been confronted by abuse victims in a Senate office building elevator hours before his vote. Before the vote, Democrat senators did their best to get in a few more points, including a last-minute Hail Mary by Sen. Richard Blumenthal to subpoena Kavanaugh friend Mark Judge to testify. The motion was defeated 11-10 on a party-line vote. On Thursday, Kavanaugh and his first accuser, Drive. Christine Blasey Ford each testified before the Judiciary Committee and offered starkly dueling narratives. Ford says the judge attempted to rape her while drunk at a party during the early 1980s. Kavanaugh says he did no such thing and said he wasn't at the event Ford described. Over 9 hours, both offered passionate, raw and emotional testimony in favor of their respective positions. Many senators were visibly torn by the spectacle, and a general bipartisan consensus on cable news noted that it would be extremely difficult to ascertain the absolute truth based on the testimony alone of either witness. 65 stars who have condemned Harvey Weinstein. Photos in the wake of 2 bombshell reports detailing the sexual harassment, assault and rape allegations against Harvey Weinstein. Dozens and dozens of stars have come out to publicly condemn the powerhouse producer. Getty Images. Ashley Judd was one of the first women to come forward in the initial New York Times report. Judd told The Times that she was invited to Weinstein's hotel room, where he repeatedly asked for inappropriate content. Getty Images. Gwyneth Paltrow was nicknamed the First Lady of Miramax, after starring in Emma and Shakespeare in Love, but in a follow-up report by The Times, Paltrow revealed that Weinstein also made inappropriate ADVA. Getty Images. Angelina Jolie told the New York Times in an email that she had a bad experience with Weinstein as a young actress, but provided no further details, simply adding that she chose never to work with him again. Getty Images. Rose McGowan was named in the initial New York Times report as having reached a $100,000 settlement with Weinstein, after an episode in a hotel room during the Sundance Film Festival, in 1997. The actress, who, Getty Images. Asia Argento was one of 3 women who said they were raped by Weinstein in a bombshell New Yorker report by Ronan Farrow. The star of Miramax's 1998 crime drama, B. Monkey, said she was lured to Weinstein's H. Getty Images. Rosanna Arquette told The New Yorker that Weinstein lured her to his hotel room where he exposed himself to her, grabbed her hand, and tried to place it on his penis. "I'm not that girl. I will never be that girl." Getty Images. Mira Sorvino starred in multiple Weinstein films, including 1995's Mighty Aphrodite, for which she won an Academy Award. The actress told The New Yorker that Weinstein repeatedly harassed her when they were W. Getty Images. Cara Delevingne, who appeared in the Weinstein Company's Tulip Fever, described her own experience of being sexually harassed by Weinstein in an Instagram post. "I felt very powerless and scared but didn't want." Getty Images. Kate Beckinsale came forward to describe her own uneasy encounter with Weinstein, in which the producer invited the then 17-year-old to his hotel room, greeted her in his bathrobe and offered her alcohol. She Getty Images. Leah Seydoux described being sexually harassed by Weinstein in an interview with The Guardian. "The blue is the warmest color," Star said she met the producer at his hotel room while they were both in Paris, and Getty Images. George Clooney called Weinstein's actions indefensible in an interview with the Daily Beast. Weinstein helped launch Clooney's film career with 1996's From Dusk Till Dawn, but the actor said he never witnessed. Getty Images. Benedict Cumberbatch, who stars in the Weinstein Company's The Current War, said in a statement that he was utterly disgusted by Weinstein's horrifying and unforgivable actions. Toronto International Film Festival. Leonardo DiCaprio, who worked with Weinstein on a number of films including The Aviator, Django Unchained, and Gangs of New York, issued a statement on Facebook condemning sexual harassment and assault. Getty Images. Kate Winslet called Weinstein's behavior reprehensible and disgusting in a statement to Variety, voicing unequivocal support for his accusers. "I have no doubt that for these women this time has been." The Weinstein Company. Glenn Close said she was aware of the fake rumors that surrounded Weinstein in a statement to the New York Times, adding that she felt angry and darkly sad that they've now been substantiated. "I'm angry." Getty Images. Meryl Streep said in a statement to the Huffington Post that she didn't know about the allegations against Weinstein, despite starring in a number of his films, including August, Osage County, The Behavior. Getty Images. Charlize Theron voiced support for the women who came forward with accusations against Weinstein on Instagram, saying that she wasn't surprised by the reports. "This culture has always existed, not just in Hall." Getty Images. Cate Blanchett, like her Aviator co-star Leonardo DiCaprio, stopped short of naming Weinstein in her statement condemning sexual harassment. "Any man in a position of power or authority who thinks it." The Weinstein Company. Jennifer Lawrence won an Oscar for the Weinstein-produced Silver Linings Playbook in 2013, but the actress said in a statement that she was deeply disturbed by the allegations against him. "This kind of abu." Getty Images. Nicole Kidman issued a statement saying she supports all women who speak out against any abuse and misuse of power, be it domestic violence or sexual harassment in the workforce. Kidman has worked with Ween. Getty Images. Mark Ruffalo, who has starred in multiple films produced by Weinstein, tweeted his condemnation of the producer, calling his actions a disgusting abuse of power and horrible. He later elaborated in an interview. Getty Images. Kevin Smith has a long history of working with Weinstein, including Miramax films like Clerks and Chasing Amy. In a tweet, the filmmaker said he was ashamed of that partnership. Kevin Smith. Patrick Fraser, The rep Jane Fonda told CNN's Christiane Amanpour that she's known about Weinstein's behavior since she was approached a year ago by her friend Rosanna Arquette, who later went public with her accusations in the New York. Getty Images. Judi Dench earned a string of Oscar nominations for her work in Weinstein films, including Mrs. Brown, Shoko Law, Iris, Notes on a Scandal, and Shakespeare in Love. She once even had a Weinstein's name. Getty Images. Minnie Driver has starred in a number of Weinstein-produced films, most notably Good Will Hunting, for which she received an Oscar nomination, but in a statement to Variety the actress said she never experienced. Getty Images. Lena Dunham condemned Weinstein as a predator in a scathing New York Times op-ed, also taking aim at men in Hollywood who remained silent about his behavior. "The reason I am zeroing in on the men is that the Getty Images. Jessica Chastain said in a series of tweets that she was warned from the beginning about Weinstein and called on others to support victims and call out abuse. "Thank God for social media," she wrote. Weinstein Getty Images. Matt Damon was once recruited by Weinstein to vouch for him when theater reps Sharon Waxman first tried to report a story about Weinstein's actions for the New York Times in 2004. In an interview with Deadline, Getty Images. Ben Affleck, who worked with Weinstein on Good Will Hunting, wrote in a statement on Facebook that he was adamant and angry that a man who I worked with used his position of power to intimidate, sexually harass. Getty Images. Penelope Cruz said she was extremely sad and shocked by the allegations against Weinstein in a statement to BuzzFeed. I need to express my support to the women that have had such horrible experiences. H. Getty Images. Heather Graham wrote in an essay for Variety that Weinstein once made her an offer to trade sex for a role in one of his films, an offer she declined and never spoke about publicly. My hope is that this moment. Getty Images. Jamie Lee Curtis penned an op-ed in the Huffington Post in response to the accusation from Donna Karan that sexual harassment victims are asking for it, referring to Weinstein as a brutish thug. Curtis Shar. Getty Images. Eliza Schlesinger was set to publish her book, Girl Logic, with the Weinstein Books imprint at Hachette, but the stand-up comic condemned Weinstein's deplorable behavior in a statement on Twitter. We owe it to Getty Images. Julianne Moore discussed the Weinstein scandal on MSNBC, saying she never had a problematic encounter with Weinstein personally, despite starring in multiple films for Miramax and the Weinstein Company. I'm shish. Getty Images. Emma Thompson called out Weinstein as a predator in an interview with BBC's Newsnight. I didn't know about these things, but they don't surprise me at all, and they are endemic to this system anyway, she saw. Getty Images. Seth MacFarlane made a joke referencing Weinstein's sexual misconduct during an Oscars announcement in 2013. Following the reports about Weinstein's actions, the TED star revealed that the joke came from AP. Getty Images. Ryan Coogler's debut feature, Fruitvale Station, was released by the Weinstein Company, but the director said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter that he had no knowledge of the abuse or any further intere. Getty Images. John Madden, who directed Miramax's Shakespeare in Love, said in a statement to BuzzFeed that Weinstein's actions deserve total condemnation. He continued, I applaud the women who have been brave enough to. Getty Images. Tamron Hall, the Today Show alum who signed a deal with the Weinstein Company for her own talk show, told the Huffington Post that she called Weinstein directly for a Take No Prisoners phone call after the Getty Images. Alyssa Milano serves as host of Project Runway, All Stars, a TV project produced by Weinstein. She said in a lengthy statement that she was sickened by the accusations, but adding that she was hopeful that Getty Images. Tom Hanks slammed Weinstein in an interview with the New York Times, calling the producer an ass and saying that the allegations made against him fit with Weinstein's publicly aggressive persona. I know Al. Getty Images. Chris Hemsworth spoke out against Weinstein in an interview with TVNZ while promoting Thor: Ragnarok. It's horrible, it's awful, my heart goes out to anyone who suffered through that kind of abuse and expera. Getty Images. Viola Davis came out against Weinstein, who produced the film, Kate. Weinstein, the stranger, the relative, the boyfriend, she wrote. I say to you, why? Getty Images. Brie Larson's breakout role was as a sexual assault survivor in Short Term 12, and the actress has been an outspoken advocate through the years, memorably hugging survivors at the Oscars and refusing to applaud for Casey. Emma Watson worked with Weinstein on My Week with Marilyn in 2011 and did not single out Weinstein in her condemnation of sexual harassment on Twitter following the New York Times report. I stand with LTH. Getty Images. Ryan Gosling starred in 2010's All Good Things, which was produced by Weinstein, and in a statement on Twitter the actor said he was deeply disappointed in himself for being so oblivious to Weinstein's Getty Images. Seth Rogen came out in support of Weinstein's accusers in a tweet shortly after the initial New York Times report. "I believe all the women coming forward about Harvey Weinstein's sexual harassment," he wrote. Getty Images. Rebecca Hall appeared in multiple Weinstein films, including Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and said she had previously heard rumors of his behavior but never experienced it firsthand. "I certainly was never aloe." Getty Images. Paul Feig called Weinstein's behavior reprehensible in a series of interviews with The Guardian, later adding that an audio recording published by The New Yorker was beyond disturbing. "Men need to speak up." Getty Images. Jeffrey Katzenberg, the former Disney executive who worked with Weinstein after Miramax was bought by the company, publicly released an email he sent to Weinstein after the producer turned to him for help in th. Getty Images. Michael Eisner, the former Disney CEO who fired Weinstein and his brother Bob from running Miramax, called Harvey an incorrigible bully in a tweet, adding that he had no idea he was capable of these horrible. Getty Images. Bob Iger, the Disney CEO who served as president and COO when Weinstein's Miramax was acquired by the company, released a statement condemning Weinstein, saying that the producer's reported behavior is abhor. Getty Images. Nancy Dubuque, the AE Network's chief who's in business with the Weinstein Company on Project Runway and other TV properties, called Weinstein's behavior disgusting and horrifying in an interview with Variety. Getty Images. Jeremy Zimmer, CEO of UTA, sent an internal memo to staff in the wake of the Weinstein scandal, calling it disgusting, and saying he was proud of the UTA clients who stepped forward with their allegations. Getty Images. Colin Firth starred in Weinstein's Oscar-winning The King's Speech, said in a statement to The Guardian that he was given a feeling of nausea when reading the reports about Weinstein. "He was a powerful and..." Getty Images. Jeff Bridges addressed the allegations against Weinstein in an interview with the Associated Press. "It was a terrible thing he did," he said. "I wish him the best, struggling with his demons. But his behavior..." Getty Images. Gretchen Mol had been subject to a number of rumors about her relationship with Weinstein over the years, but the actress spoke out against those rumors in a guest column for The Hollywood Reporter. The Shamble. Getty Images. Christian Slater shared a statement on Twitter, voicing support for the women making allegations against Weinstein and calling on men to support them. "No woman should fear for her safety in the workplace," he. Getty Images. Blake Lively discussed the allegations against Weinstein in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, calling them devastating. "This exists everywhere, so remember to look everywhere," she said. "This isn't a..." Getty Images. Robert Rodriguez has released several films with Weinstein, including From Dusk Till Dawn, Sin City, and Spy Kids. The director released a statement calling the allegations against Weinstein truly disturbing. Getty Images. David Thewlis, who recently starred in Weinstein's adaptation of Macbeth, issued a short statement to BuzzFeed saying, "Men like this who equate fame and power with the right to degrade women should be unequal." Getty Images. Chloe Sevigny made her film debut in the Weinstein-produced Kids in 1995. She condemned him in a statement to BuzzFeed, calling for casting couch culture to come to an end, every woman speaking her truth. Getty Images. James Gunn shared a lengthy Facebook post titled, "On Sexual Predators in Hollywood and the World," in the wake of the Weinstein scandal, condemning sexual predators in every industry. "When someone is coerced." Getty Images. Lin-Manuel Miranda tweeted that he was appalled and repulsed by the Weinstein news as anyone with a beating heart, and forever in awe of the bravery of those who spoke out. His In the Heights co-author Quia. Getty Images. Ewan McGregor called his August Osage County collaborator a bully on Twitter, saying that he had heard rumors about Weinstein through the years. Weinstein. "It's about time this came to light. Genevieve Karen, Theo Rep tap photo and swipe to view gallery.